Athens, Greece, the year 1901. A team of sponge divers descends into the deep Aegean Sea, searching for treasure. But what they find instead isn't gold. It's something far more dangerous to history itself. A corroded lump of bronze pulled from the seabed, gears, cogs, precision cuts, a 2,000-year-old computer. And it's not the only one. From Baghdad to Peru, scientists keep unearthing machines, maps, and monuments that shouldn't exist. Each discovery more impossible than the last. And if these ancient technologies are real, then history is lying to us. This is the Worldprime Mysteries. The artifact recovered that day became known as the Antikythera Mechanism, a relic so advanced it rewrote what we thought we knew about human history. But here's the thing. This isn't a one-time anomaly. Across every corner of the ancient world, scattered in ruins, buried in caves, hidden beneath oceans, are whispers of lost machines, forgotten blueprints, and technologies thousands of years ahead of their time. And in this investigation, we uncover 7 of them, each one more impossible than the last. Discovery 1. The Forbidden Blueprint. They said ancient humans were primitive, that they built with stone, sweat, and superstition. But what if they were wrong? What if, buried beneath centuries of dust, there are technologies so advanced they could rewrite human history? It began in 1901, off the coast of Greece. Divers searching for treasure stumbled upon a corroded lump of bronze, a relic dismissed as debris. But when it was cleaned, scientists were stunned. Gears, cogs, precision cuts, a mechanism capable of tracking the movements of the planets. They called it the Antikythera Mechanism. A 2,000-year-old computer. But that was just the beginning. Because across the globe, similar anomalies began to surface. Artifacts so advanced they seemed impossible for their time. How did civilizations with no known tools of precision craft, machines rivaling our modern clocks? And if they did, who taught them? Some say lost civilizations, like Atlantis, may have passed their knowledge down before vanishing. Others whisper darker theories, that humanity's progress isn't linear, it's cyclical. Every rise followed by an extinction, every golden age erased. And maybe, just maybe, these relics are the proof. Discovery 2. The Baghdad Enigma. In 1938, deep within the sands of Baghdad, archaeologists unearthed something strange, a small clay jar with a copper cylinder inside. It didn't look like much until a German scientist added vinegar, and it produced electricity. A working battery, over 2,000 years old, the Baghdad Battery. But what could the ancients have powered? There were no lamps, no circuits. Or were there? Carvings in Egyptian temples depict what looks eerily like light bulbs, complete with filaments and power cords. Scientists dismissed it as symbolism, yet high-voltage engineers recreated the design, and it worked. It glowed. So were the Egyptians experimenting with electricity long before Edison? Or have we, in our arrogance, underestimated their genius? Even Nikola Tesla once hinted that ancient knowledge was borrowed from the gods. But here's the twist. Ancient Sumerian tablets speak of beings called the Anunnaki, those who came from the heavens. They were said to have taught mankind the arts of civilization, and perhaps technology. If true, it means the story of human innovation isn't about discovery, it's about rediscovery. Technology lost, then found. And if that's the case, what other machines of the gods might still be buried, waiting to be unearthed? Discovery 3. The Stone Frequency. On the high plateaus of Peru, the ruins of Sacsayhuaman rise like a puzzle from another world. Stones weighing over 300 tons, carved with surgical precision, each fitting perfectly without mortar. Modern engineers admit they couldn't replicate it today with cranes and lasers. Yet these walls were built by hand, supposedly. Some archaeologists claim primitive tools and patience were enough, but locals tell a different story of a sound, a vibration that softened stone, letting it melt and mold like clay. Could it be possible? Recent acoustic experiments reveal that certain frequencies can alter the structure of rock at a molecular level. What if ancient builders harnessed sound itself, a forgotten form of technology? And if they did, who taught them? Here's where the scandal begins. A suppressed 1960s research paper, quietly buried by a major university, documented unexplained sonic manipulation of granite during experiments in Egypt. The results vanished, along with the lead scientist. Coincidence or cover-up? Because if humans once mastered a form of sound-based levitation, the implications are staggering. Did we once possess the technology to defy gravity, then lose it? Or was it taken from us, deliberately erased to protect a narrative that keeps humanity in the dark? Discovery 4. The Iron Pillar Secret. In 2008, miners in Serbia uncovered something encased within 300-million-year-old coal. A metal gear, perfectly machined. The discovery was dismissed immediately, labeled a hoax, contamination from modern machinery. But when metallurgical tests were done, it wasn't modern. It contained a composition unseen in any industrial alloy. So who made it? And how did a man-made object end up inside prehistoric rock, millions of years before humans even existed? The scandal deepened when Russian scientists reported similar finds in Siberia. Microscopic aluminum gears embedded in ancient layers of earth. The pattern was clear and terrifying. Were we the first intelligent beings on Earth, or merely the latest? Some researchers quietly suggest an unspoken theory that advanced civilizations may have risen and fallen long before recorded history, wiped out by natural cataclysms. Atlantis may not be a myth. It may be a memory. And what we call progress might just be humanity clawing its way back to what was once lost. If true, then every technological breakthrough we celebrate today might only be a rediscovery, an echo of genius from a forgotten age. Discovery 5: The Lost Light. Ancient texts speak of fire from the sky, of weapons that burned cities to ash. The Indian Mahabharata describes explosions so bright they turned night into day, leaving shadows burned into stone. Myth or memory? In 2010, researchers studying the ruins of Mohenjo-Daro in Pakistan found glassified stone, rock melted by temperatures higher than modern explosives. Radiation readings in the area were off the charts. So what kind of primitive civilization left behind radioactive ruins? One chilling possibility: ancient nuclear war. Scientists laugh it off, calling it impossible. But leaked documents from the 1970s revealed that the U.S. military secretly analyzed those same ruins and found isotopic patterns consistent with controlled nuclear detonation. Officially, the report does not exist. Unofficially, the samples disappeared. If the ancients harnessed atomic power, then history isn't just wrong, it's a cover-up. A forgotten world destroyed by its own creation. And maybe, just maybe, we're repeating the same mistake. Discovery 6: The Crystal Code. In 1513, an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis drew a map that defied logic. It showed Antarctica centuries before it was discovered, and with ice-free coastlines. How could he have known? The admiral himself claimed he used older source maps, documents from civilizations long vanished. Geologists later confirmed the coastline shown on the map matches Antarctica's subglacial terrain, something we only discovered in the 20th century. So where did these ancient maps come from? Did an advanced global civilization once exist, capable of charting the entire planet, even from the air? Here's the twist. In 1960, a U.S. Air Force geographer reviewing the map purportedly wrote, "This chart could only have been made with aerial survey methods." But who had flight thousands of years ago? The scandal grows deeper when you realize ancient Indian texts describe vimanas, flying machines that navigated the skies. Could these be the same civilization responsible for the maps that shouldn't exist? If so, our ancestors didn't just walk the earth, they might have ruled the skies. Discovery 7: The Sky Map. In ancient Egypt's Dendera Temple, carvings depict what looks like a massive glass bulb connected to a power source. For centuries, it was dismissed as symbolic. But here's the shocker. Scientists built a replica, and it worked. The Dendera Light, as it's now called, could illuminate a room using basic electrical principles. So were the Egyptians secretly experimenting with electricity? One priest's tomb revealed metallic rods, copper and zinc, the same materials found in the Baghdad Battery. Separate cultures, same technology. Coincidence or connection? The scandal deepens when a suppressed papyrus, translated in 1989, describes the light that shone without flame, gifted from the gods. Could this mean ancient power grids once existed? And if they did, where did that knowledge go? Was it lost or hidden? Because when temples were raided during the Roman conquest, records of divine illumination were destroyed. Maybe not superstition, maybe suppression. And what if, deep in the catacombs, the last remnants of that light still glow today, untouched by time? Across continents, across millennia, the same story repeats. Advanced knowledge appearing out of nowhere, vanishing just as fast. From machines in Greece, to batteries in Babylon, to maps of lost worlds, these discoveries shouldn't exist, but they do. And if they do, it means our understanding of civilization is incomplete. Maybe history isn't a straight line, but a circle. Maybe we're living in a forgotten loop, destined to rediscover what we once had and lose it again. But the most chilling question of all: if ancient humans mastered technology far beyond their time, what or who erased it from history? Some say a natural disaster. Others whisper of divine punishment. But there's a darker theory, that a secret lineage of knowledge still exists, guarded by those who know the truth. The Antikythera, the Baghdad Battery, the Dendera Light, mere fragments of a lost global network. A network that once connected the world and could do so again. Perhaps humanity didn't invent technology. Perhaps we inherited it, and one day soon we might awaken it once more. Maybe these weren't just inventions. Maybe they were warnings. And if our ancestors once mastered a power we can't explain, what else have we lost or been forced to forget? The truth isn't lost, it's buried. And in the next episode, we dig deeper